Are you in your 20s and you're feeling stuck? It feels like you're not making any progress no matter what you do. In this video today, I will be sharing with you 6 things that you can do to turn your life completely around so the next 5 years won't be like your last 5 years. So if you didn't like what your life looked like in the last 5 years and you don't do anything different for the next 5 years, what do you expect to happen? Do you expect a miracle? Well, I do believe in miracles, yes, but you have to work and create them for yourself. The universe will help those who help themselves and help you along the way in your journey. Now, a lot of people always wish they can go back in time and wish they could go back to 5 years, right? But if you take action, start taking action today, guess what? You'll be wishing you are 5 years ahead. You don't want to go back in the past because you're so eager to know where you will be 5 years from now. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. The first thing is that you're going to be accepting where you are, and where you are is your responsibility. So for example, if you earn minimum wage, that's your responsibility. You signed a contract for minimum wage. You know what it was before you start doing that job, right? So if you don't like it, then you have to change it. It's either you quit it or find one that pays more. It's not the fault of the government either. The government set the minimum wage, yes, whether it's a livable wage or not, guess what? It will always be the minimum wage. Do you want to be the person who continues to earn minimum wage no matter where you are in life? It's not the fault of the government either. A lot of people tend to blame the government and say, hey, they need to raise minimum wage and it needs to be a livable wage. But whether it's a livable wage or not, do you want to be the person who is earning minimum wage and no more? No. So the government sets a minimum wage. That's not your business. That's not for you to earn. You are going to be earning more, way more than that. And if you're also going to blame a company and say the company can pay more, yes, they can pay more. But remember, you signed for that wage initially. You should have known that you wanted more from the get-go. So if you believe that you should be getting more, then find a way to negotiate or find a way to move up. The other option is to move out to get more. Don't go around and demanding money from any company like you give them money to put down. Remember, you signed the agreement for whatever you signed it for. Your money is your responsibility. So if you're absolutely broke, who should you blame but nobody else but yourself? Blaming others for your predicaments stops you from taking responsibility for both where you are and what you need to do. So you need to cut that out and don't do it any at all if it's something that you do. Number 2, you need to surround yourself with people and things that are good for you. I learned this from high school. My principal used to rub it in our heads every morning during devotion. Surround yourself with people and things that are good for you. From almost 7 to grade 11, and this is a fact that they still don't change. If you surround yourself with 10 gunmen, you're going to be the 11th. So before you know it, you'll be in the graveyard surrounded by a bunch of duppies. So you have to surround yourself with people who think positive, people who talk about ideas, not the ones who gossip, not the ones just who focus on entertainment and parties. At the end of the day, those things are not beneficial to you. So if you surround yourself with people who are just earning the bare minimum, then you're going to be the 7th person earning the bare minimum. If you surround yourself with people who are earning $500,000, $1 million, then you'll realize that your income levels start to increase as well because you're taking and learning from them. And before you know it, you'll be earning way more than you thought was even possible. The third thing you need to start doing is reading. Like almost everything you need to know is in a book. Somebody has done it before you and documented it and put it in a book. Like, that's a shortcut for you. You ever hear the term reading make it a man? And when I talk about read, I'm not talking about go and read some like a random gimmicks, some like a things that are not really adding value to your brain. Like, you have to read things of value and things of substance. You're gonna say you don't have no time, right? The time you spent in certain comment section every day, you could take that same time and read a book. Right? You could take that same time and read a book. Now, 2 books I always talk about and I believe that they should be in every household. They are The Richest Man in Babylon. A copy must be in your household. This is the foundation for personal finance, money management, everything. This will teach you about assets and liabilities. After you read this book, you decide what you want to do with your life, honestly. So though these are two good books, I recommend that you start with. Now, when you read these books, some things you have to take, apply it, what's applicable to you. Some things you have to discard it. That's just the way how life works. You can't take everything and apply it to you. So even what I say in some of these videos, you don't have to take everything and apply it to you. Assess what makes sense to you and discard the rest. That's how you have to treat information. Number 4, delay a car payment as long as possible, or delay owning a car as long as possible. A car is keeping a lot of people broke, and they are not aware of this because they are not tracking how much they are spending on the little things over time. They are not seeing how much they pay. Now, a lot of people may just look at the car payment and say, oh, that's my car payment and my insurance. But because they're not budgeting, they're not tracking what they spend, they're not realizing how much the car is actually costing them over time. So I did a video on how much a car can actually cost you. I'll leave a link to that in the description below, and bear in mind those numbers are really conservative. For some people, delaying a car definitely can't work because guess what? They need the car literally to do their work, right? And most of the time, those cars will be paid for by the company indirectly in a form of upkeep. So those are exceptions where you may need to take a car and not necessarily delay it. Number 5, focus on reducing your entertainment spend and focus on investing. The reason why I say this is because a lot of people will find the money to party and all these things, but don't have the money when it comes down to investing, because not everybody will have the same income that they have the room to invest the 20, 30 or even 40%. That's just the reality. So when you find yourself in that position and you find yourself that you go to party all the time, then guess what? Cut back on your party and invest, because you'll realize that you've been a good worker for 10, 15 years, and guess what? You don't have a penny in your bank account reflecting your hard work. All you're going to get up and do and stare at is a empty bank account and that can't really help you in life. Now imagine you get up on a weekend, spend 20 grand for dress up, spend 10 grand on a ticket, buy overpriced liquor and celebrate crime for the weekend. Then bright and early Monday morning when you circle plantation, you start complaining. My friend, that's some ambition right there. Don't be that guy. Be the guy who invests that money instead of flexing that money. You look like you had fun for the weekend, but at the end of the day, you're broke. What's the point of all of that? You're enjoying life. That's how you plan to live in a circle. Number 6, do not go in debt to do a wedding. My friend, it's just one day. This is how I look at it. You're going to take up, say, $2 million in debt to feed 100 people. What a business will you have to your mind? Them same one I got chat you. Them same one I got this. And then these same people will not be there for you if you need anything that is important. It's just one day. It will all be done and dusted, and guess what? The future is already defined. So if the marriage is going to work out, it's going to work out. If it's not going to work out. So it doesn't matter how much you go in debt for a single day, the future done defined. So stay out of debt. You don't want to be starting your life in debt as a young couple. Don't do it. So number 7, I know I said 6, but this one just came to mind while I am doing the video. So decide what you want to do from early, whether you're going to pay a mortgage or you want to build. So if you want to build, then start seeking out that piece of land from now. If you're going to take out a mortgage, then start working on that deposit from now. And the same thing applies for the land. So start working towards that from now. So I said number 7, now I'm at number 8 because these are just coming in mind as I do the video. Number 8, develop multiple streams of income. Use your single source of income and fund other ventures. Whether it be stock market, whether it be real estate, whether it be a business, whether it be online business, you have to start building out multiple streams of income. That is a must. Like for Gen Zs and millennials, buying this retiring 65 thing is not for you. That's for the older folks before us. That's not our thing now. Again, nothing is wrong with working to 65 now, but you need to position yourself where you don't have to work for money. You have money working for you. So at some point in time, if you want to call it quits, then you can say, alright, that's it, I'm done working. You don't want to be in a position where you want to go to Paris to have a nice time with your family and you submit your vacation leave and you only hear vacation denied. What are you going to tell your family? Oh, my boss did not approve my vacation. No, you cannot live like that. So you have to start working on the solution from now so you don't be in that situation. I'm going to do a number 9 because guess what? You may be new to my channel and it's the first time you're watching me, so you may not have known what I've talked about in some of my previous videos. So, number 9, you want to develop a budget. You need to budget. That's a must. Like, you need to see exactly where your money is going so you know where to cut or where you can allocate more. That's a must when it comes down to building wealth and investing. Like, you can't live your life and you don't know how much you spend. You don't know where your money go each and every month. Like, no, them something need to cut out. I can give you a couple more points, but I'll be leaving that for another video. And guys, the reason why I've been missing for a while is that you guys have been asking me over and over if I teach. Yes, I do offer a one-on-one session where I teach individuals about the basics of investing, but now I've developed a course which will be hosted on Udemy and will be launching Monday coming. So in the course I teach everything that you need to know and make it complex to them simple. As you know, I just always simplify things that other people make complicated, and you just have to apply what will be taught in the course and then you can profit from the stock market. So that's the reason why I haven't been posting for the last month. So I'll be back to regular programming, so look out for regular content going forward. That's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, make sure you check out some of my other videos before you subscribe to my channel, because I do not think like the average person out there, and how I think may be offensive to others. So I'm just giving you the disclaimer from now. Again, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.